Welcome back to the channel, good friends. Brian from Apex Detail. I'm working on a new video, short video for my new client, so I thought I would share it with you as well. And that's to do with leather and plastic protection for the interior. Today I'm working with ArtDeShine leather and plastic coating. And when I bring up coatings for my newer clients, the first thing that comes to mind for them naturally is a hard, glossy, shiny protective coating. And it couldn't be further from the truth. A lot of these newer coatings and protectants feel natural. They look natural. They don't put any type of artificial odor in the interior. It still smells like leather. If you have a newer car, it will not change that. So when it comes to these protectants, preparation and maintenance is going to be key for what you're going to get out of them. To get the most out of these products. So I'm going to share that with you as well today. So let's get started with that. This interior does look well maintained, taken care of, but there's still a lot of work to do here, guys. If you work your way in and separate the patches between the bolster and the base of the seat and some of the other different sections where the stitching is, where the seams are, you're going to see a lot of grit in there, even with a well-maintained vehicle. You want to work that out. Take your time, spend the time, and work all of that crap out of there. Use an air chuck. A lot of the air chucks have a rubber tip, so if you do scrape up against the leather, you will not harm the protective top coat on leather. Yes, leather does have a top coat, almost like the color of your exterior has a clear coat, but this is just pliable, it's thinner, but still made of plastic, so take care of it. I'm going to use the air chuck to blow the grit out of there, what I can. I'll follow up with a detail brush, and I do have the Hyper Cleanser from Lithium. That is a great leather cleaner, pH neutral, not too aggressive. It really foams up, and it foams up with a dry foam so it will not oversaturate the leather and the stitching in between the seams. So let's get to work and really clean out all the edges and the cracks and the crevices of all the leather seats. With the shape that these particular seats are in, I only have two different types of detail brushes and a microfiber besides the Hyper Cleanser. And the two detailing brushes, one has a stiffer, shorter bristle, and the other has a softer bristle. The stiffer ones, of course, are going to get in between the seams where the stitching is, and then the softer one will work the face of the seat. In my videos, you will not see me really stick to one particular product line when I'm working on different substrates. And to stick to one product line, I think would really be a mistake. Cherry pick the best of each line. So let's take, for instance, the cleaning the face of the leather here using the Lithium Hyper Cleanse. It has the perfect balance of not being overly aggressive and harming the leather, but it does a great job. It now feels great and subtle. I'm going to follow up with the air chuck and make sure there's no moisture. We want it completely dry, completely clean before laying down the protection. This is also a great time to clean out all those little tiny perforations, the base and the back of the seat where the air flows through. Keep all of those open, free-flowing, and clean. Let's open up the ArtDeShine plastic and leather coat. Now I have a microfiber or micro suede applicator. I don't put it on a block, just wrap it around 2 or 3 fingers. That way you can really contour all the shapes of the seat, and you can really get in the seams with that as well. You want to protect everything, even go over the stitching, maybe even a second coat, protect all of the materials on the seat. Initially, the coating does go on the surface a little bit glossy. That's only the transfer solution. That's the solution that gets the coating from the bottle to the surface of your seat. That will evaporate, and you also wipe that off very lightly with a microfiber. I have one within arm's reach. I'm going to grab. I'll do the back of the seat, and I'll just very lightly, gently wipe the microfiber over the surface of the seat to remove any high spots and the transfer solution. At this point, I'll bring you in closer for the first person view so you can see the product going on glossy because of the transfer solution. But when it cures, it looks, it feels, it smells natural, it's not slippery, you're not going to go into brakes and slide from your seatbelt up underneath the dash. These are really high-tech, incredible products. They will make the material and the dye look darker and richer and just give it depth and give it a nice clean look. A common question I get from the customers: how to clean up afterwards if there's any accidents on top of the coating, a spill on the seats from soda, coffee, and whatever. Take a microfiber, run it under a warm tap, and wring it out so it's not dripping wet, just barely damp, and dab up your spill or your accident and gently wipe. No surfactants are needed. So I did go around and gave all the plastic and leather a coat. I'm going around and giving a second layer to high traffic areas, like right here where you rest your arm. Up above here is another common area where people rest their arm out the window, so that's going to get a second coat as well. I personally do not eat or drink anything in my car, but I know my customers will. So I do need to mention extremely hot or cold beverages are a huge enemy to the materials of the interior. Another big enemy: the oils that come from us, from our bodies, building up, caking up layers on the materials on these vehicles will actually break down dyes and break down materials such as vinyl and leather. So an excellent idea to preserve and protect with products such as this. Another high traffic area, the armrest area on the center console, that's going to get another layer as well. And even the steering wheel. This one here has a really high grip, rough textured steering wheel. So it's not going to, I wouldn't do it to all steering wheels. Just keep in mind, you don't want your steering wheel to be slippery. This will not make it slippery. It will protect from the oils, greases from your hands, whatever you pick up at work. Some of you ladies out there with the makeup, that can transfer on the cars. There are some cars that come in that have, white marks all over the place and they don't understand where it's coming from. That's a lot of the chemicals from the makeup and other things, lotions, suntan lotion. So protect your car, and we will happily do that for you. There are two more areas where you might want to even give it a triple coat. That's down on the sills or the kick plates getting in the vehicle, shoes and boots, soccer cleats, all kinds of stuff. Some of these coatings will not stop everything that brushes up against these, but they can help make it easier to keep clean. One more area, if you have children, definitely the kicking, the back of the passenger and driver seats, give that two coats as well. What we'll do is connect a trickle charge to the charging system to keep the battery up and open everything up. So the interior has time to cure overnight, and the next day, as you can see, there's no glossiness. It looks natural, feels natural, but it looks conditioned and nice and dark and rich and clean, and it's ready to go. That will do it for this video, guys. That gives you an idea of the preparation and also the application of the product, what it looks like being applied, our regimen to get the product on the substrates and the surfaces of your interior, and also how it looks when it's cured. When it comes to maintenance, you can use the BioNano Pro I just showed you, the Ultimate Leather Wax from Fireball. There are many, many other products that you can upkeep the coatings we just applied. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. Brian from Apex Detail. Catch you in the next video.